Maths is a gatekeeper subject, and I hope we all know that. No matter where you are, bro, be it university, be it in class, high school, primary school, you always find that maths is always at the top of the ranking of importance in terms of how our society perceives importance, right? So the whole point with that is, no matter what you do, bro, you may have worked so hard all of these years, but if you fail maths, it's like the end of your career, bro. You may have passed all these other subjects with 80s, maybe 70s, whatever that you did, but the moment you fail maths, it's gonna be very difficult for you, bro. So the whole point with that is, we need maths, bro. It has the ability to change your life in so many ways, bro. It has the ability to open many doors for you. At the same time, it can close so many doors for you, bro. And I realized that, and that's why I'm here making this video, because I also know that you've watched so many videos about how to study maths on the internet, bro. But at the end of the day, you're still getting the same marks that you got, right? Or maybe you have improved, maybe a little bit. But I'm here to tell you the things that people hide from you, the things that people sell in their courses, bro. But in actuality, these are things that we can also know, bro. Things that we deserve to know also. So grab your popcorn or whatever that you have, bro, your chips, and focus, bro, because we're only going to cover 3 things only. And these are real methods that have worked for people, bro. And if you've watched my previous videos, you know I wasn't always good in maths, bro. But at the end of the day, your boy passed. So I'm gonna be telling you these 3 things, so it's gonna be very short and very easy for you to understand. Now, the first thing to understand when you're studying maths or preparing for maths is understand the fundamentals. That's one of the most important tips that I've heard, bro. It's understand the fundamentals. It may look lame, sound lame, or whatever, but then without a solid grasp of the basics, the basic information, you struggle as you move forward. Everything in maths builds upon previous knowledge. If your foundation is weak, the whole mountain of knowledge will collapse. What that means is basically that everything in maths, bro, it's like compounding information. And the way that you can understand this is maybe a mountain, right? At the bottom, there's a layer. Then for you to get that high rising effect, you also need to put another layer, then another layer, another layer, another layer, until the mountain actually gets big, right? That's compounding. It's like on top of each other. Everything in maths builds up on top of each other. It's like a build-up of information. At the same time, if a foundation is weak, you're done for, bro. So the whole point is that with that is, you may be doing a question in class and you find that you don't even know where to begin with this question, bro. You don't even know what to do. You may be asking your friends, guys, why is the teacher giving us these types of questions? We've never even done it, bro. But in actuality, when someone goes on the board and does the equation, or the teacher finally gives you the answer, you find that they just begin with the basics, the formulae, right? They use a formula, and once you know what formula to use, it's almost like clear to you where to go next from there on. But the whole point with that is the basics. What's the first thing that you're taught whenever a topic is introduced in maths? They are formulae, bro. It's always a formula. So imagine if you mastered that formula and knew exactly where to apply it and how to apply it. You would know exactly how to tackle that solution. We've all been there, bro. You're just looking at a math equation. You don't even know what to do. You don't even know what to think or what you're supposed to be doing. But then the moment someone goes on the board, you see it's the things that you've been doing before. Nothing new. You don't have to brain very hard or anything. So always go back to the basics, bro. I promise you, bro. It's always the basics. In physics and maths, formulae, bro. The formulae, the basics. Whenever you begin a topic, the things that you're first taught, those things will carry you throughout the end of the topic, bro. And those will be like part of your answers almost every single time, bro. Another example is when you're maybe 10 pages deep into a topic and you need to start mixing the formulae. You find out people are doing things you've never seen before. You can say, the teacher never even taught us this, but then other people are doing it because they are mixing formulae, they're mixing information that they've learned. As I said in the beginning, math is about compounding information, so everything builds upon each other, right? Be it a quadratic equation, you might find that people are doing this, then this, forming equations, all of these things. And by the time they get to the last part of the quadratic equation, you're like, guys, where did we even learn this? But in actuality, if you went back to the beginning of the topic, you find out, they did this, now they did this to get there. So it's always the beginning, the basics, bro. Anytime you don't understand anything, how they got there, go back to the beginning and find out what you missed in the beginning. There's something that you don't understand. I promise you, bro. It may also be because maybe you skipped a day of school, or maybe even 3 consecutive days of school, bro. I've also been through this, bro, whereby I skipped a day of school, and then the next day, it was like, it wasn't even my class, bro. I didn't even know what we were doing, what I was on, or anything, bro. I needed to catch back up with everything. It felt like I lost a whole world of information, only because of one day, bro. So that's why it's very important in maths. They always tell you, bro, whenever you don't understand anything, ask a question. They're not lying, they're not joking. It's very important, bro. So always make sure you understand the basics. And for you, you may be in the situation where like you already don't understand the basics. As I said, revisit the beginning of the pages of your topic, the topic you're struggling with, and trace back all the work up until the point that you're at. No one will better explain to you than the basics. Understand that. In maths and physics, no one will better explain to you than the basics. Master the beginning of the topic for you to master the end of the topic. Kind of what I'm saying. Then the second thing that you need to do is to use effective practice methods. Whenever you study or practice your maths, use past question papers. And I've mentioned this before, but it's a very easy way to study for an examination, bro. Most people, what they do when they're studying for the examination is they read all these long informations, bro. Like, what are you doing, bro? I get it's important, but then it's like, it's for you to understand what you're doing. But when you're practicing for an examination, what better way to practice for an examination than to take the examination, than to take more examinations? You know what I mean? Like, do the actual thing for you to actually go and pass the actual thing. If you take many examinations during the whole year, at the end of the year you find out it's just another examination. You go and ace it. Also, I have this to say also. Some people who are watching this video may actually get triggered because of what I'm about to say. But as I said, I don't like the fluff, and I'm here to tell you the things that people hide from you and don't really tell you, right? So sticking to that promise, there are teachers who I spoke to who are really close to the people who set the examinations. And some of them were actually past question paper examination setters. And I quote, they said, these exam setters, they are not creative, bro. They are not there to come up with new creative questions and come up with all of these new ideas to make life difficult for you, bro. There's only one thing that exam setters do, bro. They look back to the past question papers for guidance on how to set the new examinations. You may find out, if you're a person who has done a lot of past question papers, you may find that there are even questions, types of questions that repeat on certain numbers. Like, you can predict the formula of how they're going to come, the structure of the exam paper, and you know exactly what type of questions they ask, and you know exactly how to tackle them. You may find that on number 1 every single time it's algebra. On number 2 it's always statistics. On number 3 it's always probability. On number 5 it's always stats or whatever. On number 7 it's always graphs or shapes or whatever, right? All of these things, bro, you'll be able to notice them because you've done so many exam question papers before. And the whole point with that is exactly what they said, bro. The exam setters, they're not creative, bro. They're not there to make life difficult for you. And it's not even shade to them, it's not even hate to them, but that's exactly what they need to do, bro. They need to do a good job. So what do? They look at other good question papers that were set before them, and then they look to them for guidance on how to set the new question papers. So just trust me on that one, bro. Do a lot of past question papers and you'll be good, bro. Now the third thing that you want to do is to utilize resources and tools. Now this may sound a little bit crazy, but you have that one topic or those certain types of questions that you know damn well that if I'm given this question, I don't even know where to begin, I don't know what to do, I'll basically just fumble, right? At the same time, you know damn well someone in your class who's able to tackle that question every single time without a problem. Every time that question is given in the class, they're always the number one to raise their hand. They're always the number one to say, yes, me, let me give you the answer. You know there's someone like that, and you know there's you who doesn't even know what to do. At the same time, you are just there in your class, just with that person doing nothing. The whole point with that is, bro, don't be a loser, bro. Again, don't be a loser. What is a loser? It's the person who cannot go and ask the question, bro, and ask, can you please help me with this? It's the person who remains sitting knowing that I don't know anything about this question, knowing that I'm struggling with this question. At the same time, like 5 meters away from me, there's someone who doesn't even struggle with this, someone who can just do this in their sleep. That's the loser right there. So don't be a loser, bro. Approach that person and ask them, bro. You have, as I said, it may sound a bit crazy, but you have all these like resources around you, bro. People look for textbooks to understand the question, but in actuality, ask the person who understood the topic so well. Ask them how they did it, and ask them how they understood it so well that every time in their sleep, bro, they're able to do it. That's the quickest, shortest, and easiest way to study. By asking the people who understood it to help you understand it also. Because as humans also, bro, you may find that you don't forget the things that the people tell you, but you may forget information from a book. But a person who can explain it to you in a way that you don't forget it for the rest of your life, bro. So, bro, take advantage of that. You have a friend group, you have a class, you have a school, you have a grade. All of these things have one thing in common. There are people who know something that you don't know. There are people who can help you with something that you're struggling with. So, just be aware of that, bro. You are literally sitting in a class with someone who understands what you don't understand. Again, asking other people to explain to you or help you is the quickest, easiest, and shortest way to study. I'm not saying don't study because you're counting on other people, but remember that, bro. Remember that. As I said, I'm saying the things that people don't really want to say many times, but it's true, bro. It works, bro. Now, again, to summarize what we've covered in this video, bro. Number 1, understand the fundamentals. Go back to the beginning, right? Then number 2, use effective practice techniques. Let past question papers guide you in preparation for your next examination. Then number 3, one of the best and shortest ways to study is by letting people who understand it well explain it to you. And with that being said, bro, I hope that helped you, bro. That's basically what I did to improve my maths. And yeah, bro, thank you for 6,000 subscribers. Welcome if you're new. Welcome to DC, the 7 Kingdoms, r.e.c.o.n.n.e.c.t. Give your heart and what is just conquer. Almost fun with the intro and in the conclusion. Whatever. Bye bye.